Hey floss tubers, I'm back with another video for you finally. I want to show you all some new starts that I have done and some progress that I've made on my current whips. Excuse the lighting, you might see some of my shadows kind of floating about in the video because I'm currently up in Scotland. This is where my partner's working at the moment, so I'm staying with him here and we're in a caravan. It's not very good light and he works nights, so that is why I don't get the daylight to film a video by. But while everyone's going to bed, I'm just sat up stitching all night. Hence why I'm getting loads of progress made. But it's absolutely freezing here. There was loads of snow yesterday and there was ice all over the windows. So just excuse as well that you're not going to see my face again in this video because I have no makeup on, my hair is a mess, and I'm sat here in my onesie, so I don't really think you're going to want to see this, but I'll show you my cross stitch instead. It's a lot better looking for video wise. So as you can see here, this is the 99 bottles, as you've all seen in my last videos. I have made some more progress on this one. Not as much I would have liked, not as much as my partner Michael would have liked either, but it's getting there. So after the last video, I think that showed you I'd gotten up to that bottle just there. So since then, obviously I've started the 4th and the 5th shelves and I've completed the first 3 shelves. So it's coming on nicely. Obviously there's still quite a bit more to go, just over halfway. I did get to a bit where, on the second shelf where that bracket is, I miscounted by 1 stitch and the whole of the bracket was not straight and it was all a bit strange, so I had to just frog it a little bit, so that kind of delayed it some. But I just don't stitch on this as quickly as you'd think I would, since it is quite a quick stitch. I get a bit bored of it, so I have to keep swapping and changing my projects and putting it down and come back to it. But he does keep nagging at me, asking how long it's going to take and when it's going to be done. So hopefully, with being up here in Scotland and not having much to do in the day because it's a bit cold and we're in bed in the day, I'll get a lot more done during the night while he's at work. But it's coming nicely. I know that on the past videos I didn't say what fabric this is being stitched on, so I'm sorry about that. This one is actually being stitched on 32 count. It's called Ale by Picture This Plus, so it's quite fitting really to say it's about beer. It's called Ale, but this is actually the fabric that's recommended on the chart to use, so I just followed the same, like the guidelines really. I'm not very experimentative, I don't know if that's the word. I don't experiment very much with, I know some of you like to swap the colours or swap the fabric and that, and I might do in the future, but I'm just not really confident in that at the minute, and I do genuinely like the layout that they come with anyway. I like this colour. I think it goes really well with the beer theme and the bottles on the shelves. I've never stitched on anything that's this colour before. So it's quite a nice change, and it makes it a bit more boyish, if you say, when he wants to put it in his man cave. So it fits very well with this design. But yeah, it's coming on nicely. It's quite colourful really. I don't know what all the bottles are. It does tell you with the chart that you get from who is it from? Ink Circles. It does tell you what every single bottle of beer is. The name of them, so, and it's got like a little checklist that you can go around and kind of like check off each one as you drink them, but I'll probably leave that up to Michael. It's not really my kind of thing. I'll stick to my wine, I think. So that's that one. Now moving on, as I said at the beginning, I have a few new starts. I know that I have like a million projects on the go, but I think you'll all forgive me because they are stitch alongs and I'm sure you're all doing them, so forgive myself. This is the first one. I'm sure you all recognise it, and if you don't, this is by Lakeside Needlecraft, and this is their current stitch along for 2017. The fabric is so nice. I've never stitched on anything that feels like this. It's really silky, and underneath there's no colour underneath, which is strange, but it obviously doesn't matter, you're not going to see that. But just looking at the fabric, it's very fitting to obviously being called Under the Sea, this stitch along is. So it looks like the sea. It's amazing. You can't see very well on the video either, but it kind of like starts off a dark blue and then it fades down into a lighter blue towards the bottom, but you really can't see it very well. It's amazing and I love it. again, this was a fabric that they recommended to use on the chart that you get. I know some of you have used different fabrics and that's absolutely fine, but I really enjoyed stitching on this because again it's a change. I've not really stitched anything like this before, so it makes a nice difference. But like I say, it's really silky and smooth, so I probably will be trying to use this fabric again in the future. But there you can see January's little octopus. He is so cute. I love him so much. He took me a while to do actually. I'm not sure why. I'd say it's only like a smallish design compared to like obviously the heaven and earth designs and stuff. But it did take me a while. I'm trying not to get much shadow there. But was a little fish there. And then I'm really liking the little border. I'm hoping or thinking that this is probably going to follow and then follow along when you get the next like January, February and so on. But it's really nice. And there's some nice bright colours in there. I like his little goggly eyes. They drew me in straight away. I can't wait to get the next one, which I think is out on the 1st. So not long, like a day or two. So that's stitch along number 1 out of 3. So again, that's one new start. Here is the next one. And this is the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Stitch Along. It's a bit of a mouthful. Some of you again will recognise this one. And the fabric is absolutely beautiful. I love it so much. You can see on this video how sparkly it is, and it's an amazing colour. I just love it. I can't stop staring at it. It definitely brings the piece out more, and it just stands out, and it's just amazing. But obviously, as you can see, it's called Happily Ever After, and it's kind of obviously to do with like children's stories and stuff. There is January's design. Obviously being up here in Scotland, I thought I'd brought everything I needed, but I've for some reason forgot some colours. I don't know how I did that because I went through and ticked off every colour floss that I needed and put them in my box, but there is some missing, so I cannot finish that little character there until we go home, but that's fine. I haven't even finished the border yet anyway. But I've done quite a lot of it. It took me a while to do, but it was an enjoyable stitch, so it doesn't really matter as long as you enjoy it. There's some more colour here to go on the boat. Like I said, there's a little character there, and then obviously the border that's here will carry along and it'll go in that corner as well, and then the boxes will come all the way down here and back up again, and then there's that piece in the middle which looks amazing. Now this one again is stitched on the fabric that they recommended to use, and that is 28 count crystal cashel in helix from Picture This Plus. Again, they do the amazing fabrics, which this one is. I love it so much. I can't even tell you how many times I can say that. It's amazing. I think that's the cow, the cat and the fiddle. I don't know what that's called, that first one. I'll write it in the comments below. I always seem to forget everything when I come to say it. It's a bit of a pain, but I do have something that I need to ask you all about, which I kind of need guidance on because I don't know what to do, and I've made a boo-boo. I don't know if you can see it or not, if you've noticed it, but you definitely will when I tell you, and I know it's there because I know I've made the mistake and it's bugging me every time I look at this. As you can see here, obviously the middle bit, Happily Ever After, and the border that goes round it. Now just over there I have stitched that stitch over one, which should be there, which means this stitch has been stitched one extra, which has pushed all of this over one stitch, which also means that the border is 2 stitches away from the writing on this side, but it's only 1 stitch away from the writing on that side, and it is bugging me so much. But if I frog it, I have to frog all of that and all of that, and I don't want to. So please tell me down below in the comments if you think I could get away with not doing it. I mean, obviously if I don't frog it, I'm going to add in an extra like little purple stitch on that bit there, just so it's not so obvious. But it's bugging me that the writing isn't as close to the border as on the left hand side. So please tell me if you think I should frog it or shall I leave it, because I don't know and I can't decide, but I know I don't want to frog it. It's a bit of a pain, but it hasn't ruined it. It's just nagging in the back of my mind. Now, Frosted Pumpkin stitch alongs, I absolutely love all their designs. I'm always following them on Instagram and on their Facebook as well. I love everything they do, and I think you've probably seen the stitch along that I did last year with them as well, which probably makes you think, why did I even do a stitch along this year? Because last year I did, I think, January and February and didn't do it anymore. And I haven't still done it. I still have it at home. I haven't done any more to it. So I don't even know why I've decided to take on 3 stitch alongs this year, but I have already done more than what I normally do. I did say to myself, I'm going to plan it this year. I'm going to fit all these in, and I'm going to schedule myself, make myself a bit more organised and plan it so that I can fit in each one every month and not get behind. I was behind a little bit stitching these compared to all of you, because I know some of you have already finished like the border and everything, and I know some of you finished the octopus as well on the Lakeside Needlecraft one straight away within like the first couple of weeks, but I literally have only just finished that one. But it's fine, there's no rush, but I am definitely going to aim to complete all of these stitch alongs this year. I need a finish, especially with all the haze that I've got on at the minute. I need to have like a cross stitch finish piece so that I can say, oh, I finished a piece, because my partner keeps saying to me as well, God, you have all of these projects on the go, are you ever going to finish one? You've got more projects than you've ever finished, which I have, but shh, it doesn't matter. Let me show you the third one. Now, the third one is one that you probably all have seen as well. I've seen it shared so many times on the Facebook groups, on the Instagram. That's the only reason why I knew about it. Sorry, I keep my finger in front of the camera. That's the only way I knew about this stitch along, and I literally only just got it about a couple of weeks ago. But I feel like I want to do it because it's for a good cause. All the proceeds that, well, the purchases for this chart goes towards charity. And the design looks like it's going to be a really good one anyway. It's one that I haven't really done anything like this one before. And let me show you what it is. So this stitch along is called Quotes to Live By, and it's by Stitch Rovia. So she's created this, and it's for the charity Mind for Better Mental Health. You can purchase this on her Etsy shop. And as you can see there, this is the first instalment, so obviously you've got your border and the title at the top, Quotes to Live By. Then you've got your first quote there, Be Yourself, Everyone Else Is Already Taken, by Oscar Wilde. I just think it's a really, really good idea. It's going to be filled with quotes to make you feel better on your sad days, but at the same time it's going towards a good cause and you're helping out charities, so why would you not purchase this? That was my excuse. But I'm happy with what I've done so far. I know I haven't done a lot. I have literally only just started this about 2 days ago because I was trying to finish some of the others stitch alongs, but I already like it already. I'm stitching out on the 16 count Ada, but she does give you a kind of stitched area guidelines for whether you want to do on 14, 20 or 16 count, so it is up to you. But what's a bit different about this one as well, this SAL, is that it's not over 12 months. I think it's done in 9 instalments, so it'll be a bit easier than the others. So I don't really mind if I don't finish it within the time limit, because obviously it's, well, I think the second one's out in like 2 days, so I'm definitely not going to get to finish this instalment before then. But I don't really mind getting behind on this one because I know I can catch up, and obviously with it being 9 instalments, it gives you that bit longer throughout the year to complete it anyway. But I do like it, and I think it's going to look amazing when it's finished. I've not done any other stitching projects like this before with the quotes. I've done a cat paragraph, but not the same. I do like my quotes, so I'm excited to see how this one ends up. There is a 4th stitch along that I was thinking about doing, and that one was with the Clouds Factory. I really, really love all of Clouds Factory designs, not just the stitch along, all of their designs on their website. I'm in love with all of them, they're amazing. And I kept umming and ahhing for ages, shall I get it, shall I get it? I know it's a 4th stitch along, and I haven't done any of theirs before, but the only thing that kind of stopped me was obviously like it costs a bit of a lot once you start purchasing all this, because you need to obviously buy the fabric, buy the floss, buy the chart, and I've already got 3. But being in the UK as well, it's a lot harder because obviously the shipping costs and stuff has gone up from America. And it's not just the chart it's not really that's expensive, because obviously you can just download that as a PDF. It doesn't have to be posted. And then I've got most of the floss, but it's just obviously buying the fabric, and then if you do need the floss, it's the extra floss. And I don't know, I kind of said to myself, no, I won't do that. I'll just watch everyone else's progress on it throughout the year, and then maybe next year I'll pick up theirs. But I think I'm going to buy one of their charts at some point this year anyway. Like, they've got a nice Harry Potter one, and then I think it's like a mystical creatures calendar or something. I really like that one. I've seen a lot of people doing that, so I think I'm going to try and have a go at that. I could do it not starting anymore anyway, to be fair. I think I've got enough on at the minute. But that is one that I'm probably going to pick up on next year. I definitely want to do the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery one again next year. And I want to do the Clouds Factory because I feel like I've missed them out and I haven't done theirs this year. And then if Lakeside Needlecraft do another one, I'll probably be doing theirs as well. So it's probably going to be full on again next year, to be fair. But they're all amazing charts and amazing. It's nice, I think. It's a nice little surprise waiting for that email to come through with the next part of the chart. I love that. It's kind of like ordering a little present to yourself, comes in the post. So I'm already excited for the next instalments to come by email. So it is nice. I've got one more to show you, and it is a new start. This one is not a stitch along, and it is a Heaven and Earth design, because I haven't got enough of them on the go at the minute. We all know that. I couldn't help it. This one I started in December, and quite fittingly the chart's called December, but I started it in December 2016, and it's by Anna Dittman. Let me show you what the finished piece will look like so you'll get an idea. Look at that. I just think it's so beautiful. Her eyes, that's what I can't wait to stitch, is her eyes. That's what drew me into this. I'm trying to make it so light it's not reflecting. Sorry, the lighting's not very good and it's making it look a bit dull, but it's really not a dull picture at all. It's quite bright, it's quite blue. I just love, it's kind of like a calm colours in it, and I've not stitched anything with these kind of colours before. It's all blues and pinks and whites kind of thing. I just can't wait to stitch her face. It's just quite a few designs Anna Dittman does. She does loads of nice ones. They're all kind of monthly theme based, so she'll name them after like January, February, stuff like that. And they'll all be, I think, like ladies with flowers and faces, just stuff. She's got the same kind of theme, so if you take a look at her designs, they are really nice. But as soon as I saw this, I couldn't not start it. There is one that I saw the other day as well that somebody posted. I think it was on one of the Facebook groups, and oh my god, I fell in love with it straight away, and I put it straight in my wish list on the Heaven and Earth Design website. And I was going to buy it like right there and then. Luckily my partner stopped me. Well, it's not luckily, because I want it, but he's trying to save my time, I think. He's told me that I can't buy any more now until I finish his beer one, because he's upset that he's not had his beer one yet and I keep starting new ones and not doing it. So I think that's going to be my little reward. As soon as I finish 99 bottles, I'm going to buy that Heaven and Earth Design chart, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to wait and see on the video when I do buy it, because I'll definitely be getting it. But I don't know how you guys hold off, because I just can't. I have that many on the go. I just get to the point where, what should I even stitch on today? I should really stop. I think I need help, but I can't stop. Not when they're like this pretty and amazing pictures. I just want to do all of them. This grime guard is a bit grubby, and the fabric's not really tucked into it very well, but it's keeping it safe. It'll do while we're up here in a caravan. I've got the heating on as well because it's so cold. It's absolutely free. I don't think I've got out my onesie in about 3 days. Anyway, back to this. The blues on this really blend in well. I don't know if you can see it, but it's so many different colours just in that part there, and I love how they're blended in together. It's all kind of like icy and bluey. But the only thing I don't like is this bit here. Now, any of you that follow me on Instagram will know that I've been posting updates of this design, and I've been posting them in a different way to what I normally post updates on my cross stitch designs, because I don't normally track kind of like how many days I've been stitching on a project for, and I wanted to start doing that without having loads of lists written down. So I've kind of wrote on my picture day 1, day 2, and I'm on day 11 of this one so far. So if you want to take a look on my Instagram, I'll try and copy the link below, so you can catch up with the progress on this. But one thing that did worry me is the dark blue in the top corner, because I just think it looks really pixelated at the minute, and I don't like it when designs look pixelated. I like it to look realistic. Just like this bit down here, this blends in really well, but then you get there and it's like, it's a bit like it's too dark. But a lady did reassure me that commented on my picture on the Instagram that her design did the same in her corner, and once you just stitch a lot more and you can kind of like zoom out from the picture, it does look really good. So that made me feel a bit better, so I guess I just need to stitch more and then review it again. But I'm sure it's going to be amazing when it's finished. I love it so much. Obviously I've got more progress to show you, and I've done some more other projects, but they're at home, so hopefully I'll be able to do an update video on them for you in the short term. But I will definitely try and update you on the stitch alongs each month, every time I stitch them, and that'll also try and motivate me to keep up with them. And I'll be back shortly with another video, I think. Thank you again for liking, subscribing, commenting on all my videos. It's amazing the support that we get on this community, and I love interacting with all of you. Everyone's always so friendly, and I just love watching all yours back as well. I like to cross stitch whilst watching your videos. It's a bit strange, isn't it? I think we all do it, but I don't know, it's nice. I say thank you all for watching, and I'll be back with a video shortly. Love yous.